And we begin tonight at 6 o'clock with the threat that shut down Buffalo State College's campus earlier today, leading to canceled classes and uncertainty among the campus community. Good evening once again. I'm Scott Levin.
And I'm Mary Alice Demler. Now, the good news coming down from the school in just the last half hour is that the threat was deemed not credible, but classes will still be canceled tomorrow out of an abundance of caution. So, we go through it all. We have team coverage this half hour, including our Rob Hackford. He's hearing from the campus community about how the school responded.
But we're going to begin tonight with Join Your Side's Kelly Dudzik, who was at that briefing this afternoon. Kelly, what can you tell us at this hour?
Well, Scott and Mary Alice, we still don't know a lot about the investigation. We asked a lot of questions to police and administrators today during that press conference, and they just didn't have answers for us yet. This all started this morning when a bomb threat came in around 10:45. That launched the shutdown and cancellation of classes for the rest of the day. Students were told to go back to their dorms or home if they live off campus. Now, when we got here, we saw a parking lot where all of the police officers were gathering to find out what their jobs would be today to take care of the situation. I asked if police could share more about the threat that came in. Was it a phone call? Was it a text? Was it social media?
Yeah, that question's already been asked, but right now I'm not comfortable with releasing that information as it still is an active investigation.
But whatever was in the threat was enough to trigger your response and to take it seriously?
Absolutely.
So we just found out that the threat was not credible, but classes are still canceled tomorrow. Our team coverage continues now with my colleague Rob Hackford, who has reaction from students tonight.
Kelly, members of student government say that the messages put out by Buffalo State did not make it to everyone. But according to Buffalo State, they put out 6 text messages and 6 email messages to students. The issues, however, lie elsewhere. They give updates throughout the day. The campus put out those messages. And the last update, as you heard, was no credible threat. It means that students are free to leave their residence halls. But as for the earlier messages in the day, the president of student government said some of those went to spam folders in their email or might not have made it to text messages. Buffalo State does have an alert system that they encourage all students to sign up for as well. For these very situations, if you aren't registered for Buff State Alert, you could be left blind. That happened to many people today. A temp worker at a COVID testing site on campus did tell us she had similar issues during the McKinley High School incident last month when Buffalo State was also placed on lockdown.
We provided a lot of feedback after that McKinley incident saying, hey, these are some issues that happened. These are some issues that students had that were raised to me. And those issues were largely not addressed.
Unless they do something where they include us in their messaging and stuff, because we're still employees there. Just because we're contracted through a temp agency doesn't mean that our safety shouldn't be concerned too, you know?
Well, again, Buffalo State has all of this messaging, evacuation orders, and its timely warning policy posted on its website, and has been putting out those orders to students. If they haven't gotten those messages, they should sign up for that service as recommended by the school. Well, again, students are now free to leave their dorm rooms and residence halls on campus. We did see some of those food carts being brought into residence halls for students to get meals this evening, but classes will not resume until after spring break. On the Buff State campus, Rob Hackford, Channel 2 News.